Hi. I hope my voice holds up for this. I'm going to do my Always Inked. These are pens that I kind of carry around with me a lot. And so I thought I'd show them off because they're super fun. And you can tell by my hands, these are the hands of a person who's been trying to fill Con40s today. Oh, so bad. Anyway, so Always Inked, starting with this cutie little guy. I've done a video about this before. This is a moon man, and I'm going to pronounce this way. So my sister is a Chinese speaker, and she told me to pronounce it Wan Cai, which means, she thinks it probably means 10,000, 10,000, and Cai, talent. So this is a 10,000 talent pen. And it just caps on, and this has a Fountain Pen Revolution flex nib on it, and it has Diatramentus Alexander Hamilton in it. So this next pen is really special. I lost my mom to cancer when I was a little girl. And so, there's kind of always this like seeking connection with her. And her nickname her whole life, even into adulthood, was Pink. And so my cousins still refer to her as Aunt Pink. She just was known as Pink. And I found this pocket pen from the 60s. It's a Sailor. And it has a 14 karat gold nib. And it is pink. So this is my honorary Sailor Pink pocket pen. It has Sailor Shigure in it, and I just keep this in my purse, and it makes me so happy, and it's a very bouncy, beautiful nib. So anyway, this is the pink honorary pen. Next is my trusty E95S. That's this guy here. Of course, it has Yamabudo in it because I have to have something that has Yamabudo in it. There it is. And it's just it's a medium, and it's beautiful and broad and wonderful. The next one is a pen that I love and I use constantly, and it is giving me a hard time. Look, it got a boo and a frowny face, 2 frowny faces actually, because it spooched on my paper. So this is a Pilot Prera. This one is an Eero Eye series, the little transparent ones, and I have in it, of course, a shimmer ink, and so it's acting up. It doesn't normally it handles it just fine. This has Ferris wheel press, sugar and spite, that super fun sparkly pink that I love so much, and I'm gonna have to deal with this pen. I'm not sure what to do with it, but I'm gonna deal with it. Then my TWSBI Mini. It has also a Fountain Pen Revolution nib in it. Oh my gosh, my hands. Sorry. And this is an Ultra Flex. And this is what I used to write Always Inked up here at the top. And it has one of my very favorite inks, Octopus Fluids Write and Draw ink. This is Petrol Axolotl. I love these inks so much. I have a few of them, and I'm getting a couple more, to be honest. They're really, really fun, and I use them to mix with other things sometimes. And one of the things I have mixed is what I call Wendy Sue Bespoke 1, and it is in this Pilot Kakuno, and this is the baby one that has a little pacifier in its mouth. See it? This is a medium, and I have this in there. It is Octopus Fluids Violet B with the Wearing Glitter Potion Mind Control. It's a violet shimmer. So let's see if I can get that to show for you. It's right here. And so I'm just going to kind of pick it up. It's just barely sheeny. It behaves really well. I have it inked up in like 3 pens. I use it all the time. I use it in my Hobonichi and stuff. So anyway, that is really fun to do. Then I had to redo this. Always Inked because I had my Pilot Decimo and I had another ink in it. But then today I received Lamy Violet Blackberry. And so I put that bad boy in there. I also received a replacement nib for this. I had it in fine and I put it in medium. I put in a medium today, and it's really, really nice. It's very wet. It's a very wet medium. And so I'm excited that I have both of those options. Okay, now I have 2 pens that have the same ink in them because I do that. I get a new ink and I ink it in everything. So this is a Karas Customs Vertex. It's made out of Delrin, which you can look that up. It's like a high density, wear resistant plastic that they use for ball bearings and stuff. It's Kind of crazy, but it's very fun. I got this pen from Goodwill, believe it or not. It has a cool Karas Customs nib on it. But this has in it right now, it's a nice medium nib, and it has Sailor Majohn. But I think it's really interesting to show how different Sailor Majohn looks. In fact, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little better. How different haha looks in this versus in the next pen, which is a PENBBS 323 in clear. So here are the swatches for that. Here's one and the other, but you can see in the writing, just the way it lays down that ink, it looks really super different. Now, this 323, I did tune the nib myself a little bit, and so I'm calling it a wet fine. It's pretty wet, I gotta say. So anyway, that's just an interesting little study in, same ink, different pen, I guess. And then a really special pen of mine. I actually got this pen. I bought it from Doug at Inquiring Minds. And it is a Tianzi Irishi Rodden pen called Starry Night. And I'm just going to keep turning it over and over so that you can kind of see some of those beautiful abalone planets in there. I just think it's so fun and beautiful. And I've swapped the nib around on this a few times. And I think I've kind of settled on what currently is what is this? It's a Bach Broad, and it has Iroshizuku Kujaku in it because I love that. It's one of my very favorites. It's my very first ink that I ever bought. Tune into 8 Pen Questions to hear more about that. And then lastly, this funny little thing from PENBBS. I think it is a 267, but this glows in the dark. And it reminds me of my favorite Deep Thought by Jack Handey, which is, if the Vikings were around today, I think they'd be surprised at how much glow-in-the-dark stuff we have and how we take it for granted. Oh, it makes me so happy. So I buy every glow-in-the-dark thing I can find just because of that. Thanks Saturday Night Live. Anyway, so this is a fun little pen. It feels like a desk pen, and it has on it right now a Fountain Pen Revolution Flex nib on it. I may put the regular PENBBS nib back on it because that's kind of fun. But it has in it Iroshizuku Tsutsuji, which is another favorite of mine. So anyway, thank you for watching this spastic video about the things that I kind of carry in my purse and in my bags and have super handy all the time. And I will be back very soon with a video of what's new. So get excited for that. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend if you don't hear from me. Thanks. Bye.